Okay, 6th grade, you are about to start your own science fair project. And this little video will give you some background information on what exactly the science fair is. First of all, let's start at the end. You can see here there's two really great projects, displays of all of the hard work that went into these science fair projects. There's lots of different parts, but at the end you come up with a really great display that shows and organizes what you've learned. Why do we do this? One of the really important reasons is that you get a choice in what you get to learn about. The other thing that is important is that you get to go deeper with your knowledge of a topic. We often don't have enough time to study things that you want to study in depth, so this allows you to become experts on one kind of topic. Another thing that this project is really great for is that you practice your real-world skills. Cooperating with others, problem solving, because there will be many problems that come up throughout your project. Time management, you'll have to be able to use your class time wisely in order to complete this project on time. And communication, not only with your teammates, but with your learning facilitators, and also with your classmates. The first thing that needs to happen is that you need to select your topic. It's very important that you're interested in what you want to experiment with. However, in order to meet the time constraints of this project, you have to choose something that can be done in class with easy to find materials, and it has to be measurable. Just like some of our experiments that we've done already. Think about the pendulum experiment that we've done and the lifeboat experiment that we've done. We were able to make our pendulums, and we were able to count the number of cycles that the pendulum made. With our lifeboats, we were able to make our boats all of different capacities, and we were able to count the number of passengers that they held. And when we're talking about something being measurable, it means you can count it, like the number of pennies or the number of cycles, or you could measure the amount of time, like with a stopwatch, or you could measure how far something goes with a meter stick. Science Buddies is a website, and it's a great place to start for ideas, but not all things on Science Buddies will work for this type of project. After you find a topic that's interesting to you, and it's approved by your teacher, you have to do some background research in order to learn more about your topic and how your experiment could work. You're going to be creating an outline that gives the background information on your topic. You can use your textbooks, websites, and other books that are resources in order to find this information. You will not just be Googling things. You'll also need to create a bibliography, which is basically just a list of the resources that you ended up using, and we'll use a website called Noodle Tools for that. And your hypothesis, which is your prediction, will be based on your research, and there's a special format for that. After you finish your research and your hypothesis, you have to design your experiment. What materials will you need? What procedure will you follow? And you want to make sure that your experiment works. You might decide on how to do something, and you go and do it, and you're like, nope, this isn't going to work. So you go back to the drawing board, and maybe you need to change your materials or your procedure in order for your experiment to do what you want it to do. And then the fun part, you get to do your experiment. When you're thinking of your experiment, it should take no more than 1 to 2 class periods in order to conduct your experiment and collect all your data. After you get your data, you will graph it. It's a good idea to graph things out on paper, but we're going to make a graph on Excel in order to show that a computer-generated graph, 2-coordinate. And then you wrap things up with a power conclusion. This is probably one of the longest parts of your project because you just have to have so much information in it. You tell what you were planning on trying to figure out with your experiment. You tell what you found out. You summarize your data. You go back to your research and you provide a scientific reason for why what happened in your experiment happened. Then you get to talk about the things that went wrong in your experiment and how that may have affected your results. Ideas for future research, like how could people take your experiment and expand on it? And also, why is your experiment important in the world? That's all the things that go into a power conclusion. And then finally, once you have all the parts together, you put it all together in order to show what you've learned to other people. You will be given a 3 trifold display, and you will be using pictures and all of your documents and putting that on your trifold display so that other people can see what your experiment is all about. And then there will hopefully be a time where you can not only present your project to our class, but share it with the rest of 6th grade and the school.